Hanging Out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
On our Hanging Hour feature this morning, we are hanging out with actress Vatiswa Ndara, who is known for just a brilliant performance in so many productions, a striking presence, her emotional depth, her unwavering commitment to her craft. She's really carved out a space for herself as one of the most respected actors in this country. A lot of you may remember her from different productions, unforgettable portrayals of so many characters. Remember Noma Rashia, Onikazi, or maybe you are remembering her for her early days on radio, to her appearances in productions like Generations. How incredible was she on Home Affairs? Isidingo, Muvango, you name it. But she's really known for her remarkable ability to inhabit characters with so much honesty, so much vulnerability and intensity. And I'm glad we get to know her better this hour. If you've got a question for her, you want to appreciate her, you want to chat to her, you're welcome to call us to join this conversation on 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. Vatiswa, thank you so much for making time for us. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement, and good morning to your listeners. I just want to say this before we get started. That was such a beautiful introduction, and thank you for that. But I just want listeners to know I didn't pay you to say all that.
You didn't what? Oh, to pay me.
I didn't.
Well, I'm still yet to send the invoice, so don't celebrate just yet. Where are you speaking to us from? Siyakumbula, man. You know, I was having a conversation with a friend a week ago, and I was like, yo, my goodness, that woman. Because there's a way that you portray your characters that just shows the passion. You don't need to convince us. You don't need to act. You live the character, and I have to tell you, at least for me as an individual, that is so missed.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm not in South Africa. Situations kind of drove me out of the country. And I'm in Europe at the moment because I needed to find my peace. I needed to feel safe. I didn't anymore. There were so many things that contributed to. There's been a build-up over the years, and I realized at some point that, you know what, the best is to just get out for your safety, for your mental health. I needed to remind myself that I come first and my health comes first as well.
Yeah. I hope that you are safe now, and I hope that you are doing better and you're finding yourself. And because I think a lot of us who are, big fans of you want you to be okay. So I'm glad to hear that at least that's a space that you find yourself in. I want us to dial back a little bit, Vati, so if you'll allow me.
Yes.
And because I'm interested in how you became an actress. Like, is this something that you have always wanted to do? Were you told when you were still young that, hey, when you turn to actor or you're going to end up on television? Where did it begin for you?
It began, when I was very young, and actually my parents would not have wanted me to follow this route. We had moved to the UK. My parents went there to further their studies, and so we followed. And this was my first exposure to television, and I just fell in love, with what I saw, because I saw shows like Dallas, Starsky and Hutch. And, I thought, this is what I should be doing. This is what I will be doing, in fact, when I grow up. And I was also exposed to news readers like Angela Rupert, and I also fell in love with that. but the acting bug bit me almost instantly, and it's never left. It's never left.
So what about the broadcasting back then? So when you were seeing the newsreaders, because before television and film, you spent some time on radio. How did your radio experience then shape your voice and confidence and approach to acting?
I didn't even, when I started, because the broadcasting career started at Radio Transkei, and I had no prior training, but it was that whole thing. I believe this is something I can do. And when they called me for auditions, it didn't take them long to decide that this is the person that we want. And for me, it was a stepping stone into my acting career, because the end goal was for me to actually get into acting. So any opportunity I could use to perform, to broadcast, I thought this is what I need to get me to my final destination. And so the acting was not coming my way quick enough. So I had to just keep on growing in broadcasting. And when I was at Radio Transkei, they had some guys from Australia to kind of give us some training. And it just kept on growing. So from Radio Transkei, it was Radio Bob, and so all these other big platforms I worked for, like Highveld. I was there as well. So I used all that time, to build my confidence into stepping into my acting shoes at whatever stage that would present itself.
Yeah. When someone like you, who has a repository of, when I look at your work, there are so many characters you've played, characters that have been big favorites of viewers, and there are characters as viewers that we have fallen in love with. Like, I'm sure your friends will tell you, oh, I loved you as Noma Russia, or I loved you as on Home Affairs, or I loved you on Generations. Do you actually have a character that you have fallen in love with over the years of your career?
No. And I have been asked that question, and there isn't a favorite character, because I think every time a character was offered to me, I would go into this panic mode. The focus for me is, how do I convince people that I'm this? What can I do for people to enjoy the performance? What am I going to do? So I've never actually had time to say, oh, this was actually the one, because all of them have been a challenge. For me, it's always, are they going to believe me? So I've never had the time to sit and say, I actually liked this character. I think then, to be fair, I can say they're all the same. They're all the same,
all the same.
Because every character you perform is a challenge.
Yeah, I love what you say about, are they going to believe me? Because there are days when I watch films, or I watch, a drama series, whatever it is, and I often will say, and sometimes I think I'm too critical, and I'll say, I don't believe this actor. Because I'm like, because I think as a viewer, I need to be so convinced that that is real. Like, you mustn't act. The minute I think, you're acting to be, then you're losing me. And I think the thing with you is, you switch off. And the thing with you is, you are known for like the emotional truth that you bring to every character. And I often wonder what the process is when you're preparing for a role like that. Because there's no doubt, like, you just, when you are there and you are performing, you believe, and you don't try to find things that make you be convinced in the character. What is your thought process when you're preparing for any character?
Oh, Lord, now you're going to embarrass me. I have to expose. I always say,
come out with it.
I'm probably one of the laziest actors because, you know, people go through these very deep processes, and I always envy people when they talk about their process, because I don't have that. I solely rely on what the writer is trying to convey in their message, and I always hope my interpretation is correct. I never want to be, I think the way I can put it is say, I never want to be too intellectual about it, because I don't want to overthink the process. So why I say I'm lazy is that I read the script and I formulate in my mind, okay, this is what I see, and maybe this is how I should portray this character. And then I learn my lines. And then we're off to set, and I hope what's in my mind works. That's basically what I do. It's not deep. And hence I'm a lazy actor.
I love that, but because there's a level of honesty that comes with the portrayal of a character. Because sometimes you want to philosophize things and intellectualize things, and sometimes it's a matter of come as a clean canvas. Come as a clean canvas. Here's a character. Portray. You know the backstory. You know what you're supposed to do. Be that person in the best, honest way you can. I love
that's what I try to avoid. To not overthink it. Yeah.
It's 21 minutes now after 10 o'clock. We're having a conversation with Vatiswa Ndara, who is on our Hanging Out feature this morning. I'll take your calls on 011-883-0702. You're welcome to reflect on her career as well on the WhatsApp line on 072-702-1702. I'll start with those.
Hanging Out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
23 minutes after 10 o'clock on our Hanging Out feature this morning, we've got Vatiswa Ndara, and I'm going to go to your calls and your WhatsApp voice notes that are coming through in a moment. But I want us to listen to one of her favorite songs, Vatiswa. I love the songs that you sent us, that you listen to. And I know we've got seasons. Like, you know, I don't think some people do have like their all-time favorite songs, but I think we've got periods and seasons in our lives where specific songs, you know, meant or mean specific things to us. Tell me about Little Girl by Sibongile Khumalo. Why is it one of your favorite songs? What does it represent for you? What does it mean for you?
I think the first time I heard that song, I actually reached out to her and I said, I don't know what it is about the song, but it really moves me. And I think with everything that I've been going through and that I'm still going through, it's just the right song, the little girl that your dreams will carry you through, you know. It's a song giving hope. And it just resonates with me, you know. Things are not always easy, but just know that, what is it? And your dreams will carry me. Something like that. So it just moves me. It moves me in that sense, especially at this time. I've been listening to it quite a lot lately.
Yeah. Man, what a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. Do you think that your dreams are still carrying you, Vatiswa?
I really don't know. I'm so unsure of a lot of things right now. Maybe I can answer that question in the near future. Right now, I think I'm still in the doubtful season. Yeah, hopefully though.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
25 minutes before 11 o'clock this morning, we're hanging out with award-winning actress Vatiswa Ndara. I've got your WhatsApps as well that are coming through, so let's start with them on 072 702 1702.
Clement, how's it, man? I just wanted to find out if she's working, because we haven't seen her on TV in a long time. And you remember she had a problem with the production companies and stuff. Is she working? Is she behind the scenes? What's the story? Because she's not on radio, she's not on TV. Thanks, man. No, man. Nobody East.
Oh, how we love you, how we love your talent. So grateful to have come across it. I'm so glad that you've been able to express yourself. And I'm sorry you had a terrible experience in the industry. May God bless you, and I hope one day we'll be able to see you again on our screens. Just the other day, there was a conversation on Twitter about how much you're missed on our screens, how much we miss real acting, and how much we miss real thespians. God bless you. All the best. Stay safe.
Oh, thank you for the WhatsApps. Lulu on the WhatsApp line also says, good morning, Clement. Oh, my goodness. On Sunday, we were talking about her with my husband. We miss her craft. That lady is so good. South Africa has got talent, Clement. We love that woman so much. Khosi says, good morning, Clement. Oh, man, I have goosebumps listening to this. I love Vatiswa Ndara. My forever favorite new actor, newsreader as well. Rakesa Bulela, Home Affairs, she was just undeniably incredible there. These are some of the messages that are coming through, Vatiswa. So you see, I wasn't the only one who's missing you on our screens, but so many people out there who just miss your talent. And what do these messages mean for you? And do you think even in your moment of doubt and confusion and still trying to figure things out, they carry something? Do you think they carry you in that moment?
I think the whole situation is so unfortunate, Clement, because I get a lot of these messages, and I feel viewers have been deprived, of experiencing the talent that they think I have. And so it kind of saddens me when I hear it's uplifting, but also saddens me when you hear all these beautiful messages and people asking, when are you coming back? And there's doubt in me if I will, because trust has been broken. So much has happened. And would I trust to go back to the very place where my spirit was nearly broken, and there was just, I can't even say an attempt, there was a campaign in the form of a narrative to paint me in the way that I was. And the question has always been, where did this come from? So, the South African public has always supported and shown great appreciation for my work. I mean, this was also evident in the Viewers' Choice Award, where they voted for me to get the award. So it is rather sad, but circumstances have pushed us to where we are now.
Yeah. Where do you think this began? Because I remember, was it in 2019 when you penned that open letter, which really started a very important national conversation about working conditions for artists. Yes, it's a conversation that continues today. It's a conversation that has taken place before, but that important letter was quite a catalyst. And I wonder if you think that's where things started to shift for you? Or do you think the narrative has always been there even before that moment?
It's always been there. What people had noticed over the years was that there was always this sidelining me. I'd do one production, and for a long time, even a couple of years, I wouldn't be working. And they would wait for me to be probably at breaking point. Okay, now we can give her another production because she's probably hungry again or she's desperate. And so these are things that what I raised in the letter are things that I've been raising over time. So when the letter had been written over time in my mind, and in 2019, I think that was just a breaking point for me. And it was unfortunate that other people didn't read the letter and comprehend its contents, because had they done that, they wouldn't have thought this is me attacking particular people. I was addressing the industry in its entirety. So the challenges, I've faced them for a very long time. That I'm a diva, that I'm difficult. I don't know where these narratives came from or what sparked the whole thing. But the sad thing is that actors started joining in on this, agents started joining, and it just became something that was beyond my control. And so in 2019, it just got to a point I was willing to not get work anymore, because I think I had to take that chance and say, enough is enough now. I've basically been giving my talent and my efforts for free, and I'm not getting anything back.
Yeah. Oh, that is really so sad to hear. It really so sad to hear, because how could it be that when someone speaks out, and as you say, you were not necessarily attacking anyone, you were addressing issues that many actors also have actually been affected by. And here's what I often pick up is, because sometimes, production companies or, these institutions know that sometimes actors can go without work for too long, actors end up coming to do the work and they don't speak out. So you're exploited, you're not paid what you are worth, the working conditions are not good, but you are scared to speak out, because if you do, then you are a diva. If you complain about a script that's not written well, or co-actors who are not bringing their best, you are difficult to work with. Do you, I don't know, how do we change that? Because it's almost like they take advantage of the fact that there's desperation for work.
Of course.
So you either take work, keep quiet, or you're not going to get work again.
And the thing is that they can get away with this because of the non-regulation of the industry. We don't have, where do we go to if we need protection as artists? We've got nowhere to go. So people can do as they please with us. And, people will say these actors, they waste money and do all these things with their money. They don't even know what we earn. They don't know the pittance that's offered to us. And this is why in my book, I reveal, I've put in black and white the amounts that I've been earning over the years, because I just felt that people need to be exposed to the kind of exploitation that we deal with all the time. So I don't have the solutions. I really don't have the solutions, because even if I did, but would anybody listen? Producers and broadcasters have been doing this for so long. It's like they're doing it woefully, because no one's going to challenge them. Who's going to make them do what they don't want to do?
Who
which is
holds
to
them
pay
accountable?
artists.
Yeah. It's 15 minutes before 11 o'clock. We're going to continue this conversation with Vatiswa Ndara on our Hanging Out feature after the break. I see your calls and your WhatsApps that are coming through as well. I'll get to them, and I do want us to play also another song. 12 minutes before 11 o'clock. We are still hanging out with Vatiswa Ndara. Let's go to some of your WhatsApps coming through on 072 702 1702.
Hey, Clement, you've got such a great person. You've got such a great person there, Umamo Vatiswa Ndara. I'm telling you, I remember her as Umama Gabuyi. Ati Buyi, Mtanam, Buyi, in Home Affairs. No, she used to play that one very, very well. You know, that's what I loved to watch so much. I wouldn't miss that one. Yeah, no, big ups to her, all the blessings to her, man. Yeah, may the good Lord be with her. Itumelenye from Motlaki. Ciao.
Good morning, Clement and Vatiswa. I'm not too much of a television person. I know her from radio more than anything else. However, I think I'm calling, or rather doing this voice note, because I know her pain, where the truth, it's heard and truth is known, but you end up going on self-imposed exile because you fear of your life. I've been through that, and Europe has been my home because of me speaking out against corruption. So her speaking out against the illness of the industry has put her through that. She must just hold on. I appreciate her courage. I appreciate her tenacity and her craft, even if I don't know much about it. But her story has just touched me. It made me emotional. It made me to relive my pain. This is Larry from Cape Town.
Yeah, hey, you must check out her book, Unfiltered, My Unglamorous Odyssey in the World of SA Entertainment. It's even more heartbreaking there. I just think it's unfair that when people speak out, then they somehow have to go into, as you say, self-imposed exile. And as South Africans, we get deprived from such incredible, incredible talent, because how dare she go after the institutions? How dare she hold power to account? Vatiswa, I want us to go to your second song now as we continue our conversation. And I'm not sure which one to go to next between John Farnham, Lionel Richie. Tell me which one we go to and why it's special to you.
Can we go to John? Because the way he sings that song, I think it's his voice that just soothes me. And I mean, this is a Beatles classic, but he just made it his own. And this version, every time I listen to him performing this song, John just, I think it's his voice. It just takes me to places I didn't even know exist.
Let's listen to it. Yo, what a song. What a haunting song. What a confronting song. There's someone asking here, Vatiswa, what a song. I didn't want to come out of there. But I really want you to respond to the last question here from someone who's asking what advice you can give to a young actor, someone who's coming in. But before you respond to that, there's a message here that comes from, who's this? This is Sibam Kul, who says, Clement, I just want to salute Vatiswa there for her courage and fearlessness and unwavering stance to fight for all artists, regardless of gender, for empowerment and rights, fighting the slavery treatment, risking it all to be sidelined for the right reasons. She's still standing. So thank you for the strong support structure that you have, and God bless you. Another one says, Clement, Lapo, you are featuring a legend. That woman can act. You see, when she took that part as a poor woman, for me, that was personal, because we grew up knowing families like that. I was feeling the real pain, even if I know that she was acting. Yo, Baba, that woman can act. Vatiswa, your advice for young actors, especially young women?
It's hard. It's hard to even advise, because the thing is that now information is out there. They see what artists go through. I would say that people must always be authentically themselves. Be the person that you want to be proud of at the end of the day. When you are going into this industry, know that there are the kinds of challenges that I've faced, but don't waver. Don't waver in being true to yourself, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and be proud of what you've done, and be proud of the decisions that you've made throughout your journey.
Vatiswa, thank you so much for making time for us. But more importantly, thank you for your incredible talent. Thank you for your courage. And I really pray and hope that you've got the strength to carry you during this period you find yourself in. And maybe it is necessary for the woman and the actor, the creative, that will come out on the other side. But please make no mistake, as a country, we appreciate you, and we appreciate the efforts that you've made. Always know that, wherever you are. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Clement. Thank you.